All right, I think we're ready to go. What are we doing with the hair today? We're gonna go slick back. Okay, so a couple days ago, I saw that Cody Johnston posted this. He said, "Does anybody want to see a clip of Jordan Peterson talking to his daughter about the pornography preferences of women? Because it exists and YouTube showed it to me." So I said, I'm going to watch this and film myself watching it tomorrow. So I got him to send it to me. All right, you guys know JP. You know what we're going to get here. Let's see what we got.
Men look at pornography and women read pornography, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That is interesting, Dad. That's his daughter. You probably know that. You probably know old Michaela. So he brings that up, that men look at pornography, but women read it, which, okay, whatever. I don't know if that's completely true, but I'm sure he'll explain.
School engineers make great social scientists when they're sort of let loose on the data. Did a wonderful analysis in a book called A Billion Wicked Thoughts, where they looked at female pornographic fantasies. The Google guys showed quite clearly the pattern of female pornographic fantasy preference, and it was basically Beauty and the Beast. It was like...
Okay, wait. It was Beauty and the Beast. It's just Beauty and the Beast fanfic every time.
Tough surgeon, pirate, vampire, billionaire, like hyper successful male, tromping around, arrogant kind of.
This feels like this feeds right in with his like view of like what men should be and what a man is supposed to do in life, and that is to like be tough, have a job. Basically, that's it. Be kind of a dick, I guess.
They have a couple of interactions. There's a fair bit of rejection.
The fair bit of rejection part creeps me out because I hear this sometimes, like older men will try to give dating advice. Oh, like, hey, you've been happily married for 42 years. What's your advice to me, man? And they're like the old man. So it's like, don't give up. Don't let her reject you. If she says no, keep trying. It took 15 times of me asking her to take her on a date until she finally said yes, and that she wouldn't call the cops on me.
And there's some underlying sexual tension. He realizes how beautiful she is. She kind of entices him into establishing a relationship with him and tames her.
She seems really uncomfortable. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyways,
about herself, her own monster. Men look at pornography.
Oh, that was a weird ending. She's got herself her own monster. Women are there. It's her job to fix you. You have flaws, and she's got to hold you back a little bit. M2M show. What is this? Man to man. Is that different than M4M? Okay, this one's just called Sexual Experience.
Like, well, sex only can take place between people of equal power. Whatever the hell that means.
Says the professor at a college. Obviously, what they're talking about is not exploiting a position of power to sexually harass, your subordinates or something. Oh, this has 1 like on it. This is real low-hanging fruit. Come on, let's go.
Well, that's
sounds like a fun sexual experience.
Well, that's part of
with his daughter. Why is she here again?
That sounds like a fun sexual experience.
Well, that's part of the reason why relationships between, say, undergraduates and graduate students, or undergraduates and professors in universities, are hypothetically verboten, which I think, by the way, is a mistake, because are you an adult or not? Now, that doesn't mean...
No. Saying that people with different levels of power can't have sex is not talking about relationships with children. That's always off the table. This is talking about among adults. Like if a boss says, you have to sleep with me if you want to keep your job, they're exploiting that person's need for a job. It's very, very simple to understand. Oh, hey, I'm in charge of giving you a grade at the end of the semester. Maybe us sleeping together would be unnecessarily complicated. Let's just maybe wait until after you're not in my class anymore, at least. I really don't have a problem if like a young person wants to date an older person or something like that. Or like if a professor at a college dated a former student, I don't really have like that big of a problem with that. But if it's while they're enrolled in your class, yeah, there's a conflict of interest.
It doesn't mean that there are reasons to step forward with propriety, and I'm not a fan of promiscuity or one-night stands or any casual sexual relationships for that matter, but it isn't obvious to me at all who has the upper hand in those sorts of relationships, because feminine youth and beauty and charm, especially allied with personality and intelligence, is a vicious and deadly combination. That's not nothing.
Oh, so really it's the older male professor being exploited by the young, beautiful student it's never the other way around, is what he's saying. Really, he's the one in danger.
By any stretch of the imagination, it might be the highest status, what would you say, set of manifestations.
What's going on with the
is.
audio there? Oh, God. Is he talking about 50 Shades of Grey with his daughter?
How about 50 Shades of Grey, folks?
Did you read that?
I read.
Oh, my God. Why? Who is watching this? What is even this show called? Their podcast. Response to JBP's not.
What is my stance on dad's not beautiful tweets? A lot of people were upset by that, and they're like, oh, people can be beautiful at any size. Not really. I know that when I was I lost a bunch of weight going low carb, and when I was overweight, I was uglier. It's Sports Illustrated. Put on somebody who's sporty and healthy.
People have said this, but there's tons of sports where overweight people do play and they are super athletic. She said she was a little heavier before she went low carb. Does that mean that you didn't deserve respect back then or something? I don't know. Before you had these nice clip-on bangs. Jesus Christ. She's really milking this not beautiful tweet. That was what, 6 weeks ago now? And she posted 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago about it. All right, what were we? Well, we were watching the 50 Shades of Grey video. That's right. Let's see.
Oh, it was painful. Everyone I knew read it secretly, yeah, or not so secretly.
Yeah, well, it was a funny thing to see happen because it was happening, if I remember correctly, right at the same time as the Me Too movement. That makes perfect sense psychologically, because if you get a reaction that's too far in one direction, then it calls for a fantasy in the other direction. It's like, well, sex only can take place between people of equal power.
He always
whatever
bangs
the hell
the
that
desk.
means.
Sounds like a fun sexual experience.
Well,
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the same clip as before. I think that those two things can sort of happen independently. I think people can be like, hey, I don't think my boss should have made me SSD yesterday. And also be a different subset of people be like, damn, this book is really hot where this boss and his secretary bang a bunch. I think that both of those can exist. Sorry for the nuance. I know. It's not easy to be man. Let's see.
I've met some of your fans, and we got the impression they were all male fans.
He looks real mad already. You can tell he's having a real bad day already in this one. Some days he's a little bit more yeah, let's chat about this. Imagine if you were interviewing me and this is how I was looking at you.
That the ones that we talked to.
Oh.
And that they were struggling.
Had to keep himself from crying by giving a little smile there.
With their manhood, and that you give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell?
Oh, God. Oh, he's really on one in this one. I can't think of a single legitimate movement that was even the most freaky deaky feminists all the way, they joke about misandry and stuff. They're still, a lot of them are still attracted to men, and they still have men in their lives that they love. They just don't want the patriarchal structures to harm them anymore. Patriarchal things harm men too. So if you're an advocate for men, you should care about that.
What are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And that's not toxic masculinity. That appalling phrase. It's
oh my God.
What keeps the world going round.
Yeah, but when we complain about the patriarchy or toxic masculinity, we aren't hey, I'm gonna go, you see those guys washing those windows up there on that skyscraper? I'm gonna go just knock their asses down because they're being toxic. People talk about gender equality with the pay gap. They're not talking about how the men who are out there doing hard labor are assholes. They're usually talking about conservative senators and shit. So I don't know why the fuck that's his answer. He's such a politician about these things. If he lived in America, he would have run for office by now. He loves to dodge the question by just talking about something completely unrelated to the question. Peterson makeup. This is the worst clip ever.
How about no makeup in the workplace?
Why would that be a rule?
Why should you wear makeup in the workplace? Isn't that sexually provocative?
No.
It's not?
No.
Well, what is it then? What's the purpose of makeup?
Some people would like to just put on makeup.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why do you make your lips red? Because they turn red during sexual arousal. That's why. Why do you put rouge on your cheeks? Same reason.
So your argument.
I'm not saying that you should.
I wear mascara because after because after I bust, my eyelashes turn dark black. So idiotic.
Wear makeup.
No, I'm not saying that, but you're saying that.
He's like, I did not say that. You're saying that.
I'm saying we
when
don't know
women
what the
put
rules
on
are.
makeup in the workplace, that they have sexualized themselves in a way.
That's what makeup's for. Jesus,
that would-
that's self-evident.
that
Why
would-
else would you wear it? How about no?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not huge on wearing makeup, but I don't look at other people and assume that they did it because they want you to sexualize them. And that's such a stupid thing to say. And it's like this same guy will go around being like, I don't know why women have such a problem with me after he says shit like this. As long as they don't wear makeup, then they can have like rights or be treated as equals, and you're cool with that? Okay, I believe you. I said this about women in makeup and got in huge trouble.
Here's something I really got in trouble for. So I was doing an interview with NBC reporter. I don't remember who it was, but he didn't like me at all. So he was trying to catch me out on all sorts of things. And we talked about makeup in the workplace. And I said that women use makeup to enhance their sexual attractiveness.
How about no makeup in the workplace?
Why would that be a rule?
Why should you wear makeup in the workplace? Isn't that sexually provocative?
And man, you wouldn't believe the flack I got for that. And I said, well, the reddening of the lips, for example, and the rouging of the
I don't wanna
cheeks
hear
is
him say it
not
again.
only a signal to mimic youth and fertility, but it's likely associated with mimicry of ripe fruit because our visual system evolved to detect ripe fruit. And if you look through
okay, you literally only eat steak, bro. Why did we evolve to eat ripe fruit? Why are you eating just steak? And also, do our cheeks turn red when we run or like bang because we want to look like ripe fruit?
advertising in women's magazines in particular, the association between makeup and fruit is there in the imagery all the time. So, and the flavor as well, for that matter. So
He's got the like lip smackers chapstick or something. All right, well, I think that's enough Jordan Peterson for one day. See, I'm putting myself in front of ripe fruit dipped in various chocolates, kind of on like a nice arrangement here, because I kind of want you guys to associate me with ripe fruit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.